Previously on Renovation.
It's early, but we just got out of the title company and
Yay!
we are homeowners. But I think we're really excited to get in the house, get our stuff back. Hey, good morning. It is about 7:30 in the morning at the new house. Today, sorry it's so echoey in here because we still have nothing in here. The first kind of project, if you remember from our vision video for the house, was the living room. And some of the things that we're gonna do today, or at least get started on today, are the mostly just demo, but the beginning of the project of replacing the trim, painting, and then Allison actually wants me to look into the fireplace here. So she's super excited. One of the big key selling factors of this house was not only the backyard, which is huge, but also this fireplace that Allison has always wanted. The previous homeowners did a good job of cleaning up this house. They're actually gonna get us, or we're gonna try to get the old photos. They completely rehabbed this house, so I'm really excited to see what it was. But what we don't know is what's behind this kind of pine tongue and groove that they put up here on the fireplace. What Allison and I are really hoping for is that there's brick back there and we can restore that, or if she decides to paint it. I am just the doer, right? Allison makes the decisions here. So what we're gonna do is actually just start to deconstruct some of this a little bit and see what's behind it. It does have some tile that we're gonna have to address, so there is gonna be some brick cleanup if we have to end up putting veneers or something like that. That's something we'll have to decide. But yeah, we're here, ready to go, and we're gonna get started. All right, it's been about an hour. Just so did a little cut scene there. I didn't want to do the progress just in case I got in over my head, but you can see I exposed the brick from behind it and haven't taken the tile off just yet. I don't have all of my tools with me, which is annoying. So I'm probably gonna have to go pick up some more tools later. But those are lag bolts that hold where their TV used to go into. So I'm gonna have to take that off. But then, let me show you here. So what they did was used epoxy on all the brick to hold these boards on here. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way how to best get that epoxy off there, and then I think Allison wants this tile taken off too, so we gotta figure that out. Hello.
Hi.
You've been here all day, but I haven't been filming. So
I was wondering if you were filming.
I am, but I've been busy and now I'm absolutely exhausted. It is, it's officially almost 4 o'clock, so we've been all day. I've taken 2 different trips to Lowe's. And let me show you what we got going. So this is where we are at now. So I haven't really solved for all of that yet, but I've figured out a way. I got this oscillating tool, which I was trying razor blades, but the oscillating tool is working really well. And all of that on there had the adhesive, and I think it came out pretty darn nice. What do you guys think? I was gonna go until dark and do all that, but holy cow, I am beat. So, whew. I don't even know what more to say. I don't know what to say. Cut to tomorrow. What's up, everyone? It is the next morning as promised. I'm back here. It's about 7 o'clock on the dot, so we're just getting a little bit earlier start than yesterday. Have to show you something. It's been so nice in Michigan until last night when we got a lot more snow. I am so ready for it to be warm, and so I don't have to have the heat cranked in the house. But today, the project that we're trying to do is still getting done with this fireplace. Allison actually has been working upstairs. I'll let her show you that stuff when she gets here because she's been working really hard on it. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to try to chisel off some of that grout, and then using the oscillating tool and then also a orbital sander to try to get the rest of that off. So the goal today, if there's one thing that we hope we can do, is to get this ready to be prepped for paint. That's what we're hoping for. We'll see what happens. All right, it's been several hours, and we've made some serious progress. All right, so now we've got all of the bricks, like from the mortar, kind of chiseled out across the whole thing. We had a few visitors today, including this one, so that made the slow going. But we've sanded all of this now. That's pretty much ready to paint. From about here over though, I just got done chiseling that, and I think I'm gonna call it a day. Still have a good amount. I got a good patch here of the epoxy done, all the way down that other side done. But man, this project is turned into a nightmare. What do you think?
You can't see, but I just smiled.
Why don't you take us upstairs and show us what you've been doing?
Okay.
Because yours wasn't an easy project either.
No. Especially before we got the heater thingy.
Yeah. All right, so you have been in one of the spare bedrooms, right?
Yeah. So I've been taking dots off of walls.
So they were decals, right? Like
Yeah.
stickies? So if you remember, they were all over the walls, and you can see kind of where the previous homeowner had drawn like little crosshairs there where they wanted that. But walk us through what you were doing and then what we did.
So I was just using like a little spatula and getting the corner underneath them and just like peeling them off slowly. But that was taking a long time. I almost did this whole wall minus like the top in like an hour and a half. I don't know why I'm still talking with this thing on. It's on. Well, then we got like a heat gun thing to heat them a little bit so that they would unstick, and then that was a lot faster at getting them off. Some of them were really stuck to the paint though, and we had tears, which I'm really...
You kind of look like Bane.
No, what is Bane?
Born. Oh, yeah. So, do you guys see this? This is like above the stairs, and it's like boxed in right here. I want to show you something. Do you see that? That window? That's a window that apparently leads to nothing. So yeah, that was kind of annoying. I was like, where's the window that goes above the door? And apparently someone like boxed it in. So we got to decide if we ever want to get that back.
Oh, you can't see me yawn.
Good work today.
I need to do this every time.
Oh, we should just make you wear these masks all the time.
You can't see me yawn.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, everyone.
So I think it's very safe to say that this, like, what we thought was going to be pretty easy project, which is probably going to be a metaphor for how this home renovation is going to go. But we thought it was on there one way. Turns out it was on there a very different way, and ended up sucking up the whole weekend, and we still didn't get it done. So, all right, it's actually been 2 days since that last clip, and I'm happy to report that finally the fireplace is at least cleaned off. So down here, we're having to replace some bricks. So when the tile was coming off, they were a little loose, so we're gonna remortar some of those. And then we actually noticed from the previous homeowner, right in this area, that the bricks, they actually like grouted together, even though they were split. So don't know what happened there, but we're gonna get those fixed. But overall, the epoxy that was on the bricks came off pretty well, and sanded it and used the oscillating tool. But by the time the paint goes on from the texture of the brick, I think it's gonna look okay. So we'll get those bricks fixed probably tomorrow. I'm just getting ready to wrap up for today. But then when those get fixed, it's ready to paint. So even though this whole like project right here for the fireplace took way longer than we needed to, in here just a couple days, our stuff is gonna move in. So the reason why I wanted to get this done first is so all the dust and things like that that's created from this doesn't get on a lot of our furniture and things like that. So the house is incredibly dusty now. I've had to been wearing those respirator masks and goggles, glasses, just to do that, but trying to keep Allison out of here just so she doesn't have to breathe a lot of it. But yeah, I think this is a good thing. The next thing that we're gonna be tackling here in the next few days is the trim. So all of this old trim is gonna come out. This register here is gonna come out and just repaint it. And then all of the trim around the windows, the doors, these like pillar things, we're gonna redo. And we're actually gonna opt for some square. So you can notice that there's like a little bit of a bevel to this. Allison doesn't really like that. These just have to set up a little bit more, but we repaired the bricks, worked out good. But today is an exciting day because it is move-in day. The movers show up allegedly in about a half hour. Allison and I have the internet hooked up so we can like work from home. My parents are coming to help us move in a little bit, but
Move-in day one.
Move-in day one. Hi. That was way in your face. I'm so tired. So we got really busy and my parents came and helped us move in. All of our stuff off the movers. Only 2 casualties from the movers, both things that were not totally devastating, but bummer. It's a couple glass things, but just a frame we can get replaced. So we have a bunch of random stuff in here. We're just packing up. It is very dark outside, but we basically, let's show you. We basically just have a room full of boxes and more boxes. More llama spread. But then my stepbrother actually came down and he helped us get the fireplace primed. So we didn't get all of it done. We've got a little bit left to do up here, but that is approximately, you know, ish what it's gonna look like. We gotta touch up the primer in a few spots. We kind of just got tired. But yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. We took all the trim off some of the doors here. So we're just one step closer. We're just waiting for the window people to come to check out some of the doors. Some of the windows have to get repaired. Then yeah, we're gonna be ready to go. This is kind of our campsite. Tomorrow, the plan would be to come back, hopefully finish all of the priming, and then Allison and I are gonna make a judgment call on whether we start painting or things like that first. We've got one of the rooms upstairs that we're gonna be going on, and also down here, kind of working both of those projects at the same time. So between some of those, we're gonna do that. Tell me how you really feel.
I'm sleeping.
You sleeping right there? You tired?
I'm sleeping. Let me sleep.
Let's go home.
Am I moving?
Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. We are just getting settled. I'm so happy to be in my own house. Life's just picking up, you know. It wasn't that long ago that, you know, we were living in a place that we completely fell in love with, and that was Portland. But we're very unhappy there for a lot of reasons outside of Portland. And now we own our own home. I'm sitting by a fire in my own backyard. Life is good. You know, we're gonna keep working on the house. We're gonna keep like doing stuff and going on adventures and things like that. But right now I just kind of want to relish in this moment. So we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.